start.
Good morning. Yes, please. Thank you.
Yes, good morning po to all. Today's the meeting of the Business Works Committee for Aviation Airport. The following members of the BAC are present. The chairperson, Acting Undersecretary Marnel M. Ramos. The vice chairperson, Director Eduardo J. Mangalili. Regular member Assistant Secretary Marie France Tiatco. Alternate member Director Elaine P. Cortez. And provisional members Engineer Rodrigo De Vera and Engineer Belardo D. Saragino. For today's pre-bid conference, we invited the following observers last April 22, 2026. Commission on Audit, Philippine Constructors Association, Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers Incorporated, and Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants. However, we have no present observer for today's meeting, Madam Chair. Our agenda for today is the pre-bid conference for the Tacloban Airport Development Project. Asphalt overlay with PMB 76/10, Station 0+0 to Station 0+440, and Marine Works. Station 0.0 to Station 0+430. With project ID number PAC-Air-Infra 2026-8. For this project, Madam Chair, we have only one bidder who registered from BM Marketing, represented by Ms. Janice Asis and Ms. Bridget Jane Escorpizo. That is all po. Thank you.
Backsec, naka-live naman tayo sa Facebook.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Okay, sige. Thank you. End user, who will do the presentation?
End user, please. Engineer says. Thank you po. Madam Chair, while waiting for the end user, we would like to manifest that another bidder has joined the meeting from Pacific Concrete Products Incorporated, represented by Mr. John Michael Mas.
Okay, duly noted. Thank you.
Ano sila eh? Good morning.
Good morning. Lang sir, yan ako. Wala ata ba? Headphone eh. Sino? Hello? Hello po.
Toxic, pwede na tayo mag-start with the presentation, please.
We are fixing na for a room sa Unit 61, Madam Chair, for those who attended physically. Dr. Ed po and members of the DWG as well as the EU po attended physically po dito sa conference sa 61. Ayos na po namin set, Madam Chair. Apologies, thank you po.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, sound check. Are we clear? Can anyone hear? Hello?
Sorry, hindi ko kilala.
Ano pa-check ng audio? Yung salita.
Dinalas, no?
Clear po, sir.
Okay na po yung audio.
Nasa, ano, wala. Baksek, can we proceed with the discussion of Tacloban Airport? May we request the user, please, to...
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Ace Castillo from the Technical Services Division of Aviation and Airports. We're here to present the Tacloban Airport Development Project for CY 2026. For the project profile, it's described as asphalt overlay with PMB 7610 from station 0+00 to station 0+440 and Marine Works package 2 from station 0+00 to station 0+430 with a total project program amount of 741,756,000 pesos. Funding source of CY 2026 GAA with the approved budget for the contract or ADC of 719,503,298 pesos and 70 centavos. For the project duration, 540 calendar days inclusive of predetermined unworkable 60 days. Next slide, please. Shown on the slide is the master development plan showing the completion of asphalt overlay of the runway with a total area of 21,600 square meters. Runway strip grade correction from station 0+00 to station 2+140. Next is the Marine Works package 2. Runway strip with correction with concrete sheet pile. Construction of open concrete canal and construction of airport service route. Next slide, please. Shown also is the actual site conditions. Next slide. For the project, for the proposal schedule, the following are the items of work. First is the completion of asphalt overlay with PMB PG 7610 from station 0+00 to station 0+440 phase 1. Under this is the bituminous stack coat of 22 metric tons, 2,643 metric tons of bituminous concrete surface course hot laid, 2-inch thick with PMB PG 7610, 620 metric tons of cutting and removal of temporary transition, 2,027 square meters of runway markings. Next is the runway strip grade correction, 224,700 square meters of clearing and grubbing, 3,316 cubic meters of excavation and disposal, 72,300 cubic meters of embankment from other source. The Marine Works package 2, runway strip with correction with concrete sheet pile from station 0+00 to station 0+430. Under this is 18,444 cubic meters of embankment from other source, 30,777 cubic meters of sandfill, 56,423 cubic meters of class 3 rocks, 5 to 20 kilogram per piece, 36,434 square meters of geogrid, 36,434 square meters of geotextile fabric, 16,660 linear meters of fabrication of concrete sheet piles with a strength of 5,000 psi, 180 linear meters of test pile driving, 16,660 linear meters sheet pile driving, and 9 pile integrity testing, Next is the concrete works with a strength of 4,000 psi, 182 cubic meters pile cap, 106 cubic meter reinforcement anchorage, firmament piece. Okay, to continue, construction of concrete open canal, 3,833 cubic meters of aggregate base course of 300 millimeter thickness, 1,917 cubic meters of 4,000 psi concrete works. Next is the construction of airport service road, 516 cubic meters of aggregate sub-base course of 200 millimeter thickness, 613 cubic meters of aggregate base course of 200 millimeter thickness, 322.5 cubic meters of Portland cement treated base, 150 millimeter thickness at 750 psi, 5 met bituminous prime coat, 395 metric tons of stone mastic asphalt hot laid at 3-inch thick speed cellulose fibers. Lastly is the general performance. Under this is the temporary facilities, mobilization and demobilization, geotechnical investigation, health and safety, permits and clearances, and project billboards. Next, please. For the list of key personnel, one project manager, at least civil engineer, with 5 years general experience and 3 years horizontal structure experience as relevant experience, one project civil engineer, 3 years general and 2 years relevant experience in horizontal structures, one materials engineer, 2 duly accredited by DPWH with 3 years general experience and 2 years relevant experience in horizontal structures, one health and safety engineer or officer with certificate of training in construction safety and health training, 3 years general experience and 2 years relevant experience in horizontal structures. Next. Next slide, please. For the list of key personnel, it shall be noted that the bidder shall submit the list of contractors' key personnel, FFINFR 48, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their respective qualification and experience data. Form SFINFR 48 shall be supported by curriculum vitae and shall include an active contact number and email address with the nominated key personnel, copy of ERC license of the personnel, copy of certificate of DPWH accreditation of for materials engineer, and a copy of certificate of training of occupational and health for safety officer, which shall be submitted as part of the technical documents. Further, please specify the accurate experiences of the key personnel, which should be stated in months or years for proper computation of general and relevant experience. Duplication of function for key personnel of for the project shall not be allowed. If the bidder intends to participate in the procurement of 2 or more projects, overlapping of key personnel shall not be allowed. Personnel already pledged and or currently deployed to ongoing contracts shall no longer be allowed to be pledged for the project currently being bid out. However, in the case of the material engineer, assignment or pledging to multiple contracts or projects may be considered pursuant to DPWH DO 11 series of 2018, provided that the location of the projects are within adjacent vicinities, within the same island, municipality, province, or region. Next. For the list of equipment, 1 unit of 1,000 ton dead weight tonnage of deck barge, 1 unit of 800 tons dead weight tonnage of deck barge, 1 unit of HP tugboat dual engine, 800 HP, 1 unit of 800 HP dual engine tugboat, 1 unit of 21 ton telescopic mobile crane, 1 unit of 2 ton drop hammer with accessories, 1 unit of 350 horsepower prime mover with trailer, 4 units of 5.2 kVA tower light at 4 by 1000 watts with genset, 1 unit of 1.5 meter width at 375 horsepower rotomill machine, 1 unit of 2 meter wide, 30 km per hour power broom truck or road sweeper. Next slide, please. 1 unit of 5-ton asphalt distributor, 2 units of 80 horsepower asphalt paver, 8 units of 10 cubic meter dump truck, 1 unit of 167 horsepower bulldozer, 2 units of 5 cubic meter transit mixer, 2 units of 10 metric ton pneumatic tire roller, 2 units of 10 metric ton tandem steel roller, 1 unit of 10 metric ton vibratory roller, 1 unit of 4,000 liters water tank truck, 2 units of 0.8 cubic meter backhoe. Next slide, please. 2 units of 1.5 cubic meter payloader, 1 unit of 140 horsepower motorized road grader, 1 unit of 60 metric ton per hour asphalt batching plant and or ready mix asphalt, and it shall be noted that the batching plant should be located within 50-kilometer radius from the location of the project. Next slide, please. 1 unit of concrete batching plant and or ready mix concrete, 2 units of 20 horsepower concrete cutter self-propelled, 2 units of 3.5 horsepower concrete vibrator, 2 units of 375 kVA generator set, 2 units of 300 amperes welding machine, 1 unit of 5 metric ton service truck, 6-wheeler drop side truck. Next slide, please. For the list of equipment, it should be noted that the bidder shall submit the list of contractors' equipment assigned to the proposed contract in Form SF1 INFR 49, which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement. For SFINFR 49 shall be supported by proof of ownership or certification of the availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, which shall be submitted as part of the technical proposal envelope. In the event that the bidder intends to participate in the procurement of 2 or more projects overlapping or of pledged equipment shall not be allowed. Pledged equipment to go and newly awarded contracts or projects are no longer allowed to be pledged in bidding of airport projects and shall be ground for disqualification. Next, please. For the SLCC, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be horizontal structures with a contract amount of not less than 359,751,649 pesos and 35 centavos. It should be noted that the SLCC shall be supported by an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractors or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the construction's performance evaluation system. In case of the contract with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. The SLCC must have the following scope of works and shall be supported with a copy of contract with the bill of quantities or estimate worksheet or final quantification. For the qualifiers, first is embankment works with a minimum at least 27,240 cubic meters and asphalting works of at least 912 metric tons. Next. For the pickup requirements, the pickup registration required for this project is category of at least AAA with a size range of large B for airport road, highway, pavement, airport horizontal structures and bridges. For joint venture bidders, a special pickup joint venture license issued pursuant to Section 38 of RA 4566 and that the pickup license and registration individually issued to each joint venture partner must be submitted. Failure to submit a special pickup joint venture license shall be a ground for its disqualification despite the submission of the individual licenses of each joint venture partner. For the operating hours of the airport, its operating hours is from 4:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., leaving us with a total working window hours of 6 hours from 9:30 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. For the scopes within airside area. Next slide, please. For the certificate of site inspection, leaders are required to conduct a site inspection for the project and shall submit a certificate of site inspection issued by the project officer or project in charge of the DOTr project management service as part of its technical documents in its bid submission. The prospective bidder's representative must provide a valid company identification card prior to conduct of the site investigation. The said ID shall be attached to the certificate of site inspection. It is to note that bids not complying with the above instructions shall be declared ineligible to participate in the bidding. Any change of the authorized personnel shall be subject to the approval of the BAC. Next slide, please. For the contact person, first is Engineer R.P. Suwan, the project engineer of Region 5, and Architect Jundel A. Calo, the resident architect. Schedule is from Monday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The site inspection shall be conducted from 21st of April to 8th of June, 2026. Next slide, please. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, any clarification questions from the participating leaders with respect to the scope of work, personnel requirement, equipment requirement, among others? Okay, hearing none, Baksek, can we proceed to the general requirements?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. We will share po the presentation.
Good day, everyone. This presentation outlines the key reminders for preparing your bids. Please take note of these guidelines to help ensure a responsive and fully compliant submission. How to purchase the bidding documents. Interested bidders may obtain a complete set of bidding documents from the date of issuance of the invitation to bid until the deadline for submission, and upon payment of the corresponding fee for the bidding documents. To purchase the bidding documents, please follow these steps. Step 1 is to proceed to the BAC Secretariat at Unit 62, Columbia Tower, to request and accomplish the order of payment form. Step 2 is to go to the cashier at Unit 51 to pay the required fee for the bidding documents and wait for the issuance of the official receipt. The last step is to return to the BAC Secretariat and present the official receipt and claim your copy of the bidding documents. Sealing and mailing of bids. Bidders shall enclose the original technical documents in a sealed envelope duly marked as Original Technical Documents. A copy of the original technical documents shall likewise be enclosed in another sealed envelope labeled as Copy of the Original Technical Documents. The soft copy of the technical documents shall be saved in a flash drive, which shall be sealed in a separate envelope labeled as Soft Copy. The original technical documents, the duplicate, and the soft copy shall be placed together in one sealed envelope labeled Technical Component. Similarly, the original financial documents, its duplicate, and the soft copy shall be placed together in a separate sealed envelope labeled Financial Component. The technical component and financial component envelopes shall then be enclosed together in an outer envelope marked as Bid. All envelopes shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters. Bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters. Be addressed to the procuring entity's BAC. Bear the specific identification of the bidding process. And bear a warning, do not open before the date and time for the opening of bids. The following are the common reasons for disqualification during the opening of bids. Late submission of bids. Bidders are strongly advised to allocate sufficient time for travel, anticipate possible delays or traffic, and plan to arrive at least 1 to 2 hours before the deadline. Incomplete supporting documents for the single largest completed contract. The SLCC must be supported by an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the construction's performance evaluation system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. The SLCC must also have the required scope of work and shall be supported with a copy of the contract with bill of quantities or estimate worksheet or final quantification. Suspended PhilJEP's registration certificate due to expired Class A eligibility documents. Bidders are reminded to update all Class A eligibility documents and maintain an active PhilJEP's registration. Incomplete entries in the list of equipment assigned to the project and the pledged equipment are under capacity. Bidders should thoroughly review the requirements stated in the bidding documents. Ensure that all equipment listed meets the minimum capacity, specifications, and quantities required for the project. Verify the availability, ownership, or lease arrangements, and supporting documents such as proof of ownership before submission. The official email address of the BAC is at proc-bsd@dotr.gov.ph. To all the bidders, please use your active and official email address. This wraps up our presentation. We appreciate your participation and encourage you to review all requirements carefully. Thank you.
Thank you, BAC. Clarification or question from the bidder? So, hearing none, that concludes the pre-bidding conference for Tacloban Airport. BAC, can we proceed to the next item, next agenda?
Mr. Chair, before
Yes.
before we proceed with the next agenda, may we just manifest the last day for written queries will be on April 30, 2026. And the last day to issue bid supplement will be on May 4. And lastly, Mr. Chair, the deadline for submission and opening of bids will be on May 11, 10 a.m.
Okay,
That's all,
thank
Mr.
you. Thank you. Okay, next agenda, please.
Mr. Chair, before we proceed with the next agenda item, maybe we could excuse the bidders from the meeting.
Sure, thank you.